Hi, you guys. I just wanted to go over a couple of things because I noticed that I was getting a couple of questions about what needed to be done and how to navigate haiku. And so the first thing is this is my third block page, and second block yours would look a little different, but the content is the same. So don't worry about content. So if you click on At Home Learning, what should pop up is a letter from Ms. Smith. And all this is talking about is the standards that we're focusing on between last week and this week. My cheating policy is here. Here is Ms. Currance's supplemental support. And these are common questions I've received about grading, as well as the entire textbook posted here. If you click on week 8, which is in the left corner, this was only for last week, but if you were unable to get a laptop or hotspot last week and you're just accessing it now, please reach out to me via Remind app. So the assignment for Thursday, if you do not have your Things Fall Apart book and you left it in my classroom, you click here and it will pop up. The instructions for this show you how to make a copy of a document that you cannot edit and share it with me. So if you click on this link right here, and we'll give it a second to load, I show you through this little blurb right here how to click File and make a copy. Because when you click on the link, you will not be able to access it at all. You'll just be clicking around and there's no way for you to type on it. So if you go into the left corner, click File, make a copy. I want you to take out the copy of and put your last name. So my last name is Smith. You would put your last name here. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Once you have a copy, it will look like this document, the same exact thing, but this will be in your Google Drive for you. Okay, so think of it as if I were passing out a piece of paper and sometimes I tell you not to write on it. Okay, this is your copy that you can write on. And so in order for me to grade it, you have to click on Share and put in my name. Okay, if you don't know my name, that's embarrassing because you've been with me for half a semester. But type in some sort of form of my name, if you just remember ML Smith, okay, my name will pop up. You will have 9 questions to finish, and when you finish and you have shared them with me, please make sure you do not copy and paste answers. I have been noticing you guys have been doing that, and while I love that you are, trying to turn your work on in time, that is not the best way to go about turning in work because I do not grade work that is not yours. Okay, so once you are finished, let's go down here. The assignment for Friday, you'll notice that we skipped chapter 4 and 5 and we moved on to chapter 7, and that is because we will be finishing this book by Friday. So chapter 7 is just what I want you to focus on. Once you read it, you can watch the following summary on YouTube. Okay, if you want the chapter read out loud to you, you click on this link. Okay, and then you do the assignment. So you'll click here. And just like the last time, you'll have to click File, make a copy, see if I can get it to go back a little bit. Put, your last name. Click OK. And then you'll share it with me back. Okay. And right now my computer is being a little slow. So you would click on my name and click Send. Okay, so when you finish this, what you are looking at is the themes in the text. Sorry, you're hearing my dogs wrestling in the background. Lay down. Lay down. Okay. So you have the definition of masculinity. So what I'm looking for here is, where do we see masculinity in the text? And we talked about as a class what hypermasculinity was and the negative effects of hypermasculinity. So where do you see people being too masculine in the text? I want you to give me direct evidence directly from the text. Do not paraphrase or put it in your own words. So notice that I put this in quotes, and this shows you that I've taken it directly from the text. Okay, I even highlighted a key word that says effeminate men. So that showed me that it had something to do with masculinity and maybe the lack of masculinity that Okonkwo believed certain men had. So you'll do that for each of the themes, and then you'll pick 2 of these themes that you feel directly affect Okonkwo's choices in life the most and respond below in 5 to 7 sentences. Okay, and when you finish that, that is done. Okay. Week 9 is this week, and I'm going to go over just a few things that I want you to learn. So, try not to skip ahead. And what I mean by this warning right here, try not to do, all of the week's assignments on a Monday, because I may change them the day before. I will never change the assignment the day of unless the link is being weird. But sometimes if you guys are all asking me a question about something, then I may add a resource, change a resource, update a link on a resource. And if you skip ahead, you will not receive that same notification. So unless you have something going on in which you need to, do all of your assignments like today, or Tuesday or something, please let me know of the Remind app if that's the case. Here are your Things Fall Apart resources. So your online book, if you want the book read aloud to you as a playlist, you click it here. And if you want the chapter summary, you click here. Now, Monday, I need to make sure that you guys are actually, receiving some sort of education from me. And so to do that, I need to make sure you are clicking on my page. So you will do the poll on the right side of the page, this thing right here. You will choose your answer, and that will show me who is actually being active in the page. Your job is to read chapter 13, so we're skipping the middle ones and going straight on to chapter 13. Here's the read aloud. Here's the check for understanding, so the summary. And then you do the chapter 13 free response questions on Haiku, which is right here. Okay, so you'll click on the link here. This is open response, so you'll have to type in full sentences. Remember, we are big people now, and so we do not use yes, no, maybe so answers. We use elaborate, detailed answers. I did not mean to click on that. Okay. This is just a reminder of what you should have already turned in before getting to this assignment. I do not want this out of order, because then that shows me that you are not reading directions. So please make sure you've turned in the chapter 1 review in the week 8 tab. And I keep clicking on this. Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, Power School. Okay. Next, I have a little notification here. So it is a requirement that you or your parent have an account via Remind Me connected to my classroom. So if your parent wants to be the one to receive updates about the class, the updates will be the same. But what that means is you'll click on this link and it will take you to the Remind app to join. So if you would rather, join my student one, then reach out to me about that. If you'd rather join the parent one and just have your parent contacting me, that is fine. I sent all of my students a link to their class Remind Me via their school email. So you need to log into your school email and scroll a bit to find the Remind app link. Okay? And all that is a way for you to directly message me. It's kind of like I don't know, like an IM or something that is based around the school, so I can get contact with you and let you know when certain things are due. Soon we will use Zoom meeting, and this will be on Thursday. And I will post on Wednesday, or maybe even tomorrow, the Zoom sign-up list. And so you will be able to edit this and pick a time where we will, and this is for both classes, so you'll notice there are only 6 slots. I have not posted this yet, so don't panic. I will post it in big red letters. But what this is like basically Skype. So instead of me trying to pin down all of you at once, this will make it a little easier because we'll be able to kind of have a discussion, but with only 6 people at a time. So the morning sessions are posted here, and this is the time you would have to click on the link and log in and see my face. And let's say, you're like, "Ooh, I want to get this knocked out on Thursday." So you're like, "I'm going to sign up for the 9 o'clock time, 9:30. And I'm going to put my name here." You may not, if all of this is filled, for example, I'm making up names. Okay, so let's say this whole thing is full and you're like, "Oh no, I really want a 9 o'clock slot." You cannot take out a name and put, your name here. Please know that I can see if you've edited it. And if I notice that you've done that, I will remove your name and you will be penalized. Okay, you cannot take somebody else's name off the list. They must do so themselves. And I can see who edits my document, so just be mindful. So once this slot is full, and you may have some people from second block and the third block, and it'll be blended, we will sort of have like a little meeting of 6 people in these time slots, and we'll be able to access it. And I will post a video from the Zoom app on how to click on the link and join Zoom. You may have to download the program to your Chromebook. If that's the case, it may take you a little longer. So if I were you, I would try to get on a little before the time. I wouldn't try to like do all of my Zoom stuff at 9 o'clock when we would be signing on. Okay. If you are not there at the time that I have posted, then I will reach out to you, okay, just to see if there is like a technology. You must be a part of the Zoom session. Okay, this is a requirement. This is great. That will be for Thursday though, and I will post the link to that sign-up sheet in the Tuesday, Wednesday block to give you guys enough time to do things. Last but not least, in the future, I will start posting things under the assignments tab. That way it's a little easier. Hopefully we'll be back to school soon, but if not, the week 10 tab is where we'll kind of keep our schedule, and we'll just keep adding under the at-home learning tab here. Okay. This just means it has not been published yet, so I don't publish it until Sunday night. That way you guys don't freak out and start messaging me ahead of schedule. Okay. Please let me know if you have any questions. You have my email. I'm sure you feel like you have everything, but if you just want to talk to me and let me know how you're doing, I would love that. Okay. I miss you guys, and I hope you are doing well and that you are healthy, and I will talk to you later.